So, you are a Virgo and you feel heavily criticized or judged by the people around you. Now, these people could be friends, they could be family, they could be lovers, they could be a side dude, a side chick, they could be a brother, a sister, a cousin, a teacher, a supervisor, a boss. There are so many different types of people that we deal with who judge us and critique us for so many different reasons, under so many different circumstances. It's so hard to keep up. But then we have to ask ourselves, is it worth it keeping up? I mean, we have shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and we have phrases like Keeping Up with the Joneses, but is it really worth keeping up? I'm sorry, my Virgo rising is showing. I'm about to get into a spiel, y'all. Alright, so if you would like a reading from me, make sure you contact me on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I am available for readings and I would love to read for you. The link to my website is in the description box as well as the comment section. So you just click the link to my website, go to my website, and purchase your reading directly from my website. And I will get back to you as soon as possible and we'll get your reading done as soon as possible. Alright? With that being said, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, share with your friends and family. Hit that bell next to the subscribe button as many times as you need to so that you get a notification whenever I go live or upload a brand new video. And thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you follow me on my social media pages. My Instagram is at Lamarr Townsend and my Facebook is Lamarr Townsend Tarot. The link to my social media pages are also in the description box. So, Virgo and issues with being judged or criticized by the people around them. Alright, Virgo, well, I have a question for you, a quick question. Do you judge yourself? Alright, do you criticize yourself? Are you hard on yourself? People tend to treat us the way that we treat ourselves. If we're hard on ourselves and if we judge ourselves, we tend to be even harder and more judgmental of ourselves and critical of ourselves when others tend to be hard on us and critical of us. But if we aren't hard on ourselves and if we don't judge ourselves or critique ourselves, then people tend to not critique us as much either. Or if they do, we just don't care, and eventually once they see that we don't care, that they're judging us and critiquing us, and I say we, actually I don't know why I'm saying we, I guess I'm saying we because I'm a Virgo rising, but when you Virgo, whether you're Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, Saturn, 1st through 12th house, North Node, Chiron, Vesta, South Node, whatever. Even if people do judge you, even if people do critique you, if you aren't so hard and judgmental or, critical of yourself, then when people do judge you, you won't care as much. And once they see that you don't care, they'll see that their opinion and, their critique of you and their judgment of you is basically null and void. And if you aren't judgmental of yourself, then their opinion is null and void. Their opinion is null and void because if you don't see yourself that way, then, if you don't see yourself the way that they see you, then who cares, Virgo, like really. There's no point in being hard on yourself through other people being hard on you. Because what you don't want to happen, Virgo, is you don't want to start changing. You're already critical of yourself. You're already judgmental of yourself enough. And then, you add someone else's opinions and critiques to that mix. Suddenly you're changing for them. You're turning into what they want you to become, what they believe you should be. And you don't want that to happen, Virgo, because what you want to always happen is you always want to look in the mirror and recognize the person you see in the mirror, in the reflection, standing in front of you. So Virgo, maybe, you need to look, in the mirror and really give yourself a pep talk, really build yourself up, build your character up. I always say it's good to have people around you that you can talk to, that that can help keep you in check. I notice that Virgos tend to be people that, a lot of people come to for guidance, for support, for assurance in a lot of ways, but it can be hard sometimes, Virgo, probably for you to receive that in your own personal life. And then I noticed that sometimes Virgos have this thing where they have like a fear of once again being judged, being critiqued, being like seen as weak in certain ways. So Don't be afraid to, show your weakness, show your vulnerability, either, Virgo. Because it's that same fear of showing vulnerability. It's that same thing about maybe seeing vulnerability as weakness that also keeps you trapped. Because we have to remember that vulnerability and emotion deals with expression. And expression is so important. When we express how we feel, and we do so eloquently, or at least in the way that we know how, we really, really touch people and resonate with people and, their soul, on the soul level. So get out of your head, Virgo, and be present. Be present in your life. And be aware, most importantly. Sometimes other people's critiques of you aren't really a critique of you, but a critique of themselves. You have to really pay attention at how people come at you and where people are coming from. Sometimes you have to read between the lines, and you guys are really, really good at reading between the lines. I always say Virgo energy, strong Virgo energy in anyone's chart shows someone that's really good at reading between the lines, really good at being observant, very, what's the word I'm thinking of? Very observant, but very, you have strong attention to like detail, even the smallest details. So you notice little changes in people and little changes in how people treat you and things like that. So it's really in your innate character to be judgmental and critical, period. Like of yourself, of others, of life in general. And that just kind of comes with the territory of being a Virgo. So when you have such a harsh, kind of magnifying glass way of looking at life, that same energy does tend to come back to you. So that's why I'm saying, just pay attention to yourself. Because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, when people tend to be really, really critical and harsh with us, we tend to be the same way with ourselves. I mean, as a Virgo rising alone, like, granted I have strong earth in my chart, but it's Capricorn. Capricorns can be hard on themselves too, very critical, judgmental. That's a different video, different story. But Virgo energy, I have Virgo in every day, and maybe I needed this video, maybe I needed to hear this video, because every day I deal with this energy of criticizing myself, and why am I not here at this, place in my life yet? How come this person has this and I don't have this? I work just as hard, if not harder, and just, going through the motions, going through the gigs every day, and, I have to stop and think, am I being judgmental? Am I being critical of myself? Do I need to be more present and appreciative of what I have and to see the beauty in my life and to see the manifestations in my own life and how far I've come? Probably. It's probably the case. To be honest, that would probably solve 9 out of 10 of my problems when it comes to critique and judgment from others and myself. So I think, Virgo, sometimes you just have to realize that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sometimes people judge and critique because it makes them feel better. All right? Does it make you feel better to judge and critique yourself? Does it make you feel better to judge and critique others? Because we always have to put it back on ourselves, Yes, we have to pay attention to other people and what they bring to the table, but what are we bringing to the table as well? What energy are we bringing to the table as well? Are we bringing that same energy in some way? Are we matching their energy? Different circumstance, maybe different way of expressing it, but same frequency, same vibe. So I hope this video gave you a little bit of clarity and insight, and hopefully some guidance maybe into being a Virgo or having Virgo energy in your birth chart and your natal chart, and learning how to deal with, being critiqued and being judged and doing the same thing to yourself, and just not knowing how to deal with that kind of being like, it feels like being in like a super magnifying glass, and it's like you don't know how to get out of the rat race. I don't know how I jumped from a magnifying glass to a rat race, but I hope you're sticking with me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and share. It is morning time. I have to get ready for work. I have a long day ahead of me. And this is one of the things that I struggle with. I don't really like the job, and I tell myself every day I can't wait to quit. I can't wait to quit. This isn't what I want to be doing. This is beneath my skill level. Just critiquing myself, and instead of maybe just being happy that I have a job and I can pay my bills, right? that I can pay my rent each month. Being present. All right, I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment, share. Make sure you hit that bell next to the subscribe button. If you want a personal reading from me, make sure you check out my website, Lamarr, TownsendTarot.com, spelled just like my YouTube channel name. The link to my website is in the description box and the comment section. You just go to my website, purchase your reading, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, okay? Love and light. Until next time.